DNA, structure, function and discovery. Nucleic acids are the organic materials present in all organisms in the form of DNA or RNA. These nucleic acids are formed by the combination of nitrogenous bases, sugar molecules and phosphate groups that are linked by different bonds in a series of sequences. The DNA structure defines the basic genetic makeup of our body. In fact, it defines the genetic makeup of nearly all life on Earth. What is DNA? DNA is a group of molecules that is responsible for carrying and transmitting the hereditary materials or the genetic instructions from parents to offsprings. This is also true for viruses, as most of these entities have either RNA or DNA as their genetic material. For instance, some viruses may have RNA as their genetic material, while others have DNA as the genetic material. The Human Immunodeficiency Virus, HIV, contains RNA, which is then converted into DNA after attaching itself to the host cell. Apart from being responsible for the inheritance of genetic information in all living beings, DNA also plays a crucial role in the production of proteins. Nuclear DNA is the DNA contained within the nucleus of every cell in a eukaryotic organism. It codes for the majority of the organism's genomes, while the mitochondrial DNA and plasmid DNA handles the rest. The DNA present in the mitochondria of the cell is termed mitochondrial DNA. It is inherited from the mother to the child. In humans, there are approximately 16,000 base pairs of mitochondrial DNA. Similarly, plastids have their own DNA, and they play an essential role in photosynthesis. Full form of DNA. DNA is known as deoxyribonucleic acid. It is an organic compound that has a unique molecular structure. It is found in all prokaryotic cells and eukaryotic cells. DNA types. There are 3 different DNA types. 1. A DNA, it is a right-handed double helix similar to the bDNA form. Dehydrated DNA takes a form that protects the DNA during extreme conditions such as desiccation. Protein binding also removes the solvent from DNA, and the DNA takes a form. 2. bDNA, this is the most common DNA conformation and is a right-handed helix. The majority of DNA has a B-type conformation under normal physiological conditions. 3. zDNA, zDNA is a left-handed DNA where the double helix swings to the left in a zigzag pattern. It was discovered by Andres Wang and Alexander Rich. It is found ahead of the start site of a gene and hence, is believed to play some role in gene regulation. Who discovered DNA? DNA was first recognized and identified by the Swiss biologist Johannes Friedrich Miescher in 1869 during his research on white blood cells. The double helix structure of a DNA molecule was later discovered through the experimental data by James Watson and Francis Crick.